Chocolate week, or should I say weak ass chocolate whack. From that's some weak ass chocolate. It wasn't great. It was a Nestle Easter egg standard, if I do say so myself. I don't like the tortoise shell. I remember saying to my mum, right, because I didn't know the difference between Cadbury's and Nestle at Easter, right? So I'd open it and if I see the tortoise shell, I'd just start crying. Like, it's shit chocolate. I remember saying, Ma, if I open up this foil and I see a fucking tortoise shell, I'm going to crack up the egg and I'm going to feed it to the dog and kill it to spite you for getting me shite chocolate. I'm only messing. We didn't have a dog. That's probably why I'm like this. There was some weak-ass chocolate on show. Look, when you assume it's chocolate week, you assume what? You're going to get some chocolate sculptures. You're going to get some cool tempering effects. And as a man who has looked at a lot of Bon Appetit and Sola El Whaley videos, I know that tempering is difficult. I wanted to see them step their pussy up, and they didn't. The chocolate that was on display was shocking. It was the sort of chocolate you'd find in some newsagents that isn't really a newsagent, that's masquerading as a newsagent, but they were secretly fucking arms dealers. And they have all this shit imperishable goods on display. That's the quality of chocolate. But anyway, that's a little tidbit ahead of time. We're going to get into it now. Laura starts saying, I'm a chocoholic. A day without chocolate is a day wasted. Chocoholic, like what, a little rum? Like little rum things? I remember having that as a kid. Oh my God, there's alcohol in this sweet. I'm going to eat a lot of them rum candies at Beethoven. You know the St. Bernard, little Beethoven ones where you have rum candies in? And let you know how I really fucking feel, man. Give me them rum chocolates to let you know how I really feel. I'm only messing. My man's lovely. I don't know what kind of mood I'm in. Listen. Mark says, chocolate releases endorphins. Actually, I think that means dolphins. Do you ever feed chocolate to a dolphin? It will spray chocolate out the spit. You can put a marshmallow on it as a centerpiece chocolate fountain. So he's excited about this. Matt calls bloody Preux and Paul prawl and poo. He said poo and I laughed because I'm a child. Linda straight away in with the confidence. Linda knows brownies. Of course she fucking does. Need to get some fucking bleeding sniffer dogs over at her station because she's fucking serving up a serious amount of ganj to P&P. You know? Prue looks very well rested. Paul says the bake is everything. And I don't like his shirt this week. I didn't like his shirt. I don't like that colour. Give me blues. I don't want this colour on him. I tell you, Paul, the only wine that I want to see on you is the fucking rioja that I spill on you when I try and throw the leg over you. You're a hot guy, but don't be wearing a wine shirt. Linda, honey, listen, is making some Christmas brownies with some Turkish delight, if you know what I mean. I believe that is a strain of hash. She promises nice and gooey. So she's obviously, you know, this is high quality grade hash, not your fucking average pollen that you'd be getting. This is a real sticky, icky kind of Afghani tar she's looking at serving up. Very excited to see how the judges fucking have their mind blown. Cornish Mark, is fucking praline or whatever he's doing in it. He says he's wrecked. See, he's new to the brownie game. This is the thing that, you know, you think he's empowered by his kids. His kids are there, but this is when you realise that having your kids there is also putting the pressure on it, right? Because when you win for the family, but when you fail, you failed your kids. So he's got the pressure on him. So I understand what the man's going through. You know, he's putting too much pressure on himself. Dave is doing a honeycomb. He's doing a honeycomb explosion, likely inspired by the hive mind of the Borg. He's really not doing his best to integrate with human life here. Very, very exciting. Peter is doing. He's all talking about ratios. He's talking about fat and flour and science. Can't do a Scottish very well. And he's got a new little tufty bit of hair, which is nice. He's a little cutie. You know, he looks like a little cartoon dog with a little tuft, you know, like Max from Goofy. Got a little tuft to show that he's relatable for a teen. He is doing a fig and pistachio. Paul says, fucking risky. It's fucking risky. It's unusual. Paul does not seem keen. And I think it's established here, God hates figs. Paul is God. Noel reveals he's never baked. He says it's for losers, and I don't think he's messing. Sora seems like she's been bloody left out in the sun with not enough bloody water. She's a plant. And she seems just a little bit lethargic. She's making some brownies. She says she makes them all the time. She's putting a bit of marshmallow fucking something. I don't know. Stop paying attention, because then Lottie starts speaking. Lottie is doing a double bake. Have your cake and eat it, hunty. Brownies. Sounds very complex, but there's nothing this woman can't do. I love you. I'm in love with you. Hermione, she's making white chocolate pistachio. Paul recommends not turning it around. Sorry, Hermione says she's going to turn it around halfway through. And it's clear Hermione is just like us. I also have an oven, Hermione, that does not bake evenly. And when I make brownies, they have a little corner. I tell you, when I make fucking brownies, the corner does be burnt. So I understand what she's talking about. But obviously, Paul, he says he's working class, but he comes from a world where ovens evenly heat now. He has lost touch with members of the community. Dave is putting a fucking milk chocolate ganache on top. It's too sweet. Lottie's putting cheesecake on top. It's very sweet. Mark does a little bit with Donald Trump. Mr. Trump, look at your head. You're a fucking whisk, man. I wish I could whisk you away into a bin. Yeah, because you got a little... Anyway, he's making a s'more brownie. Can't wait to see a bit of... I wonder if there'll be a bit of who's on first banter at the end here. I got you a s'more brownie. Oh, what are you telling me? We only asked for 9. You telling me there's s'more? Yeah, there's s'more brownies. I don't think I could fit any s'more brownies. You know? Laura, who said famously a couple of episodes ago that from where she comes from, hobnobs are posh. Well, she's been putting a lot of posh, highbrow versions of. She says she's doing a posh version of a s'more with a meringue on top and a salted caramel. Laura's posh. She's fucking 23rd in line for the throne. She is an interdimensional reptile. She's such a blue blood. And you know what they call them, blue blood, because their blood is actually blue. And I bet you as soon as Linda starts divvying out the hash brownies, they're going to see Laura change in front of them. They're going to have fucking consciousness we know unraveled, and she's going to reveal her little forked tongue. They're going to see her face morph, I hope. Hermione, brownie cook. She's screaming at the oven. Very relatable. But now they're trying to up the ante here, right? They're trying to be like up the pressure, and they're trying to say here, oh, what happens now? Oh, the thing about the brownie is you have to let them cool, and you know. But it's fucking brownies. It's brownies. It's too simple. I understand that they don't get as much time to practice because they're away from their homes and their home kitchens and their family, and they have to do a 10-week amount of learning in 7 weeks. I get that. That's practically a month gone missing. But don't be fucking pissing on me telling me it's raining by telling me the brownies are a difficult thing to do. Yeah, having said that, they still all fucked them up. But Lottie is freaked. Poor Lottie is freaked. Sora is freaked. She's like a shaking plant. It's not going to cool in time. Mark says, if it's under, it's going to splooge out the side. If it's under, it's going to splooge out the side. Yeah, enough about your bloody lickouts, mate. I'm sorry about that one. I fucking shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. Lottie, anyway, has failed, and she has such a good sense of humour about the thing. Oh, she's so funny. I was just saying to my wife, I said, Terry, look at her laughing. She's just amazing. And Linda killed it. Linda did great. Linda from the very start's like, fucking brownies, do it in me sleep. Do, and made some lovely brownies. Anyway, the judges. Peter is... he's doing some upside down fig and pistachio thing. The judges say attractive and chewy. Yeah, and the brownies aren't too bad either. I know, too much cinnamon. Laura is doing some salted caramel snores, more like. S'mores. But I actually did write it wrong. Out of the oven too early, a mess. Too much Italian meringue, too sweet. The caramel, the chocolate, it's underbaked, it's not great. Laura starts flicking her eyes sideways and her forked tongue starts going 90 at this because she's really upset, and she's a reptile is now the new thing that I'm introducing. Sora's double chocolate. Tough. Don't like the flavours. The bake's not right. Not her best. I guess whoever's baking for her anymore. This is what happens. She is like the Lee Harvey Oswald. She's the patsy now. She was set up and now she's become the patsy. All of her allies in the back, the producers, have failed her, and they're now, whatever, you can fucking do it on your own. You know, they're putting her out to fucking pasture here, and the fucking writing's on the wall. You can see it. Laura says, this is fucking ruthless. Mark, more like bloody snores. Ah, no, they're good. They taste like a brownie, which is what Prol and Pooh were looking for. Just something that actually tasted like a brownie. It's not too sweet, but the biscuit base is too thick. And the flavour is a good texture. Hermine, a bit messy. He likes the raspberry, too much white choc, but it's also coffee, pistachio. It is too much. It is too much. Linda finally brings her brownies up, huh? Her little special something. Paul goes, yeah, it's more spongy than a brownie. But then he goes, oh, that's an unusual flavour. Damn right it is, Paul. They're fucking great. They're fucking great. And Prue was all like, ha ha ha, there's fucking prawns. They're dancing everywhere, there's fucking prawns. Anyway, Dave's are a bit shy. They're gooey in the middle and cracky on top, more like bloody crappy on top. I don't remember what they were like. Mark from Cornwall, they don't look good at all. He says that they're nice and squidgy, and then Paul's letting them have it. He's clearly on a bit of a come down from Linda's brownies. He says, look, brownies are the most basic thing to bake. Lottie is freaked because theirs are shy. Lottie gets a fucking, you're a right mess. Looks like they've been bloody dropped. Have you got a bloody straw, he says, for sucking out your brain. I'm high as a kite. He loves the sharpness of the raspberry. Too much cheesecake. Flavour's okay, but they're terrible. Besides that, lovely brownie. Anyway, everyone went over. Everyone tried to make it so fucking elaborate, and they fucked it. They blimped it. I could have done better in this. And Mark is like, we're supposed to be the best amateur chefs in the UK. This is shocking. And then Paul, in the next round, says, you thought that was easy? Well, this ain't. We're on to the technical. Okay. They're making a chocolate babka. Bob and weave cut. I don't know what it is, but they have 2.5 hours to make this enriched dough. It's a spiral twist. Crisp on the outside, doughy on the inside. Mark from Cornwall. Mark from Northern Ireland double checks the instructions. He says, it just says make dough. Yeah, what am I going to do? Get a bloody job? In 2.5 hours? Yeah, maybe a bit of Forex trading. Make a bit of dough. I don't know. This was boring, this part. Linda knows, though. Linda knows everything. Linda, honey, you know. She knows all about enriched dough. She knows it's got to be stretchy. Noel starts goading Mark from Northern Ireland. He says, what's the freest thing you've ever done? What's the freest? Have you ever been naked in public? And he goes, oh, God, no. Oh, God, you wouldn't be long getting frostbite if you were out in the nip. And he says no, and he actually doesn't like the question, Mark. Lottie is having a mare, and I can't handle it. I'm watching it between the hands in front of my face. I can't watch it. She's making it. It's fucking won't fit in the fucking tin. The babka's hanging out the side like some fat lad in a paddling pool. It looks shy. And it's not proved, and it just seems like she's given up. It's shy. Sora's is like fucking 90 foot long. It's like fucking My Friend Billy job. None of My Friend Billy? My Friend Billy had a 10-foot willy and he showed it to the neighbour next door. She thought it was a snake and she cut it with a rake and now it's only 5'4". Remember that? Well, that's what this babka looks like. Still a big cock if it's 5'4". Speaking of which, Linda, you remember my friend Billy said it as a child? Did you say it as a child? Right back. Speaking of which, Linda says hers isn't getting any bigger, and then Matt, saucy git that he is, says maybe give it a stroke, it'll get a bit bigger. and then Linda doubles the sauce. There's a fucking sweet chili on top of the curry, and she says, yeah, that's what usually happens. She knows from Richard, her Kama Sutra partner, who she just gets high as a kite and has the ride with. But I tell you, the sexual tension already between these, like, there must be shagging rings around each other back in the old travel tavern. You know, stuff it back in your fucking aprons. It's a family show. Hermione is just using her unreal voice saying, ready babka, get the ready babka. Paul and Prue come back from fucking Mars after Linda's brownies and they judge the babkas. He looks at Peters, he says, good, nice pla, and the bloody babkas or whatever. Lottie, not nice looking, and not overbaked. The flavour's okay. Linda, nice colour and shape. Hey, what are you, bloody Foo Fighters album? I'm sure you would like it because you seem like you have a good taste in music. Good bake, good flave. Sora, heavy and tight, he says. Laura, good-looking babka. Dave, dense, needs more proving. Mark, few holes but a nice-sized loaf. Hey, Paul, what are you talking about, your own fucking head? Few holes, a nice-sized big head. Hermione, underproved and heavy. Mark, few plats, good high. Lottie is dead last. I'm telling you, I'm ending this podcast if Lottie doesn't. I cannot live. Whatever. Then Dave, then Sora. Linda, honey, you came first, and Laura, the lovely Laura, the reptilian Laura, comes second. And so that is a plus side to to Lottie coming dead last. That posh, interdimensional reptilian Laura says it was a confidence boost that she needed. It's a very sweet, endearing and honest moment and I like it. But Lottie, please don't go. Showstopper, they have to make a spectacular white chocolate celebration cake. 2 layers. Mark loves white chocolate. He leaves it around this house. He'd just be nibbling at it all day. I agree as well. I think it's very underrated. I like Milky Bars. Sue me, right? Whatever. People say I look like the Milky Bar kid, you know. So. Lottie already says, this is the fucking... She says she doesn't know what she's doing with this one. Lottie, stop waving the white chocolate flag. Fucking hell. Lottie, stop waving the white chocolate flag already. You're going to do fine. Don't talk like that. Laura says she's making a white chocolate heaven cake. There's going to be a bit of blackcurrant jam in it. It's to do with her 2-year anniversary, wedding anniversary, that she spent away from her lovely pizza stone partner and has here been in this wedding. She spent it in the fucking tent. Lottie is doing a celebration for her grandparents' sapphire wedding anniversary. There's a cool geode effect. She said she's practiced it 15 to 18 times. So she's got this. I have every bit of confidence. Sora, who looks fucking spooked, says she is optimistic and she shouldn't be. Spoiler. Her parents are doing a 36th wedding. Sorry, she's doing a 36th wedding anniversary. She said, sorry, do you know what I'm confused? Because you might notice this. Brits say 36th. They would say first, second, third, fourth, sixth. They'll say 26. They'll say 36. But when you add a TH onto it, and it's very, it's not so dissimilar, their accent from an Irish. It's not so unbelievable. It's not like fucking French. Yet they always sixth. Listen to it. You'll even hear it, Lewis Hamilton dropped back now to sixth. And I don't like it. Anyway, so she's doing it for her 36th wedding anniversary for her parents, and she's watered down the white chocolate, which looks shite. Looks like looks like jizz. I don't like it. Peter says he's going to do some. I can't Scottish. I'm not going to try the Scottish. I'm not going to try a Scottish accent. He says he's putting the hunks of white chocolate in it because he loves hunks of white chocolate. Peter, you're a fucking hunk of white chocolate. And he's celebrating his Da Vinci twins maths thing. He fucking loves his brother so much. And there's nothing weird about that. I'm not going to go into any kind of weird thing. He just loves his brother, He loves his brother. And he's a hunk of white chocolate is the joke that I did there. Anyway, am I running out of steam? I feel like I am. Anyway, back to this. Hermine, Genoese sponge, butter white chocolate here. She's doing a wedding cake for her parents. Mark is doing a rosy and jasmine cake, 3 tiers. And this motherfucker thinks he's in the bottom. Cornish Mark, who was star baker last week, who was crying with happiness, his kids ran over to him, who has done reasonably okay in this so far, thinks he's at the bottom. That's what kids do to you. Honestly, there's such a pressure on yourself when you get the staring eyes of a child that Mark is at a huge disadvantage as a result of this. Mark, I stand by you, brother. Do it for you. Don't do it for your kids. Linda Honey. This means a lot to her. Sorry. It's a tribute to her daughter who died at the age of 18. She's a fucking cool mom. And it seems like, it happened a while ago and she's just lived. She's gone on. I don't know if she has any other kids. Linda's so fucking cool. She's cool. And she's top drawer banter with the rest. Linda, number 1 for me. And this is even before. It's not like I had to, twist the heartstrings to get me to support Linda. I think Linda's number 1. I love the fact that now what her and her partner Richard do is they just get fucking high as a kite and have the ride all the time. I think that's whopper. Mark is doing a birthday cake for his wife. Mark is doing a birthday cake for his wife. He's doing lemon. Some sort of cream liqueur that elephants get drunk off this shit. And then Laura has to fucking start again. She puts her cakes in, she fucks it, she has to do it again because what's happening is the sponges are browning too quick. There's too much sugar in it. Peter starts listening to his cake. Clearly it's telling him to fucking murder everyone in the tent and he puts it down. He's like, Mark seems happy with his nice golden cake. It's nice and golden like the tricolour. I love it. Dave is making a strawberry splash white Fraser cake with splashes all over it. Hey baby, I'm using some balloons to make some splashes on chocolate cake. Quite nicely. And he's doing little balloons for each baker. Then Noel tries to interact with him on a basic human level. He says, what's going to happen? Then you're going to pop them all and then you're going to take your place as champ. And Dave is like, goes into standby, doesn't talk. Doesn't know how to talk. But I don't know what to do because I'm an android who likes to bake. They call in again. Peter says this is feeling a bit warm at the moment, and he's the loveliest soft Scottish voice. I actually really like him. It's so bloody hot in the tent. Dave's balloons start bursting. The chocolate is melting all over fucking Laura's hands. They're trying to keep it cool. I tell you, they're going in and out of the fridge like a bloody stoned student. I tell you, I go in there, a bit of snacks. You know how kids do be. They'd be starving. Sora does her best to try and maintain a straight cake, but it can't. It's slanted, and then she's so fucking high strung. She tries to grab the cake. It almost looks like she's doing a fucking 2 for flinching, bashing the cake. It's really spooked. Lottie's looks great, and Sora, poor Sora, the plant, looks like she hasn't been getting enough light. She looks like she's about to fucking pass out. On to judges' critiques. Mark's birthday bake-off. Prue says, I love how it looks, fucking Prun. Of course you do. You're fucking probably seeing a unicorn now, you're high as a kite, Prue. But she says, the flavours are delicate, well made, but it needs more oomph. Lottie. Okay. This is when I was squeezing my wife's hand. It's like, she better be okay. She did fine. Very imaginative, exciting, sapphire, flavour's good, but bone dry. Hopefully, it's enough. This all rests on Sora to fuck up. Sora presents her cake. The work on the chocolate looks fine, they say. The shape of the cake's all over the place, but then they cut in and the fucking dough is raw. It's fucking raw. Sora the plant has gotten the Jack Ruby treatment and has been taken out by the producers. And Paul says, a little dig at her, right? He says it could be all the water that was in the white chocolate. Because you know what happens when you overwater a plant? It fucking dies. Dave's strawberry looks wonderful. Prue is just like, she's high as a kite laughing at the cakes. But then Paul says, your sponge colour worries me, but it tastes all right. Linda, piping not good on any level and a bit dense. Hey, if you want some piping not good on any level, it's a bit dense. Look at it. Hang on. I had a joke here. Linda gets told the piping is not good at any level and it's a bit dense. Sounds like a review from my wife about a ride. No, just doesn't work. It's just not a good joke. I wrote it on the bus today. Forget it. Leave that bit in, Jordan. People need to know how the bread is made. Some jokes don't work. Where are we? Mark, it's a great looking cake. Sponge is a bit dense. Little heavy flavour's great. Really good, says Prue. But she doesn't fucking know what she thinks. She's like, good looks good. It's a bit dense. It's heavy. The flavour's great. It's a good job. She's all over the place. She's trying to come back to this realm. You know, she went off for a bit. She saw Laura turn into a fucking reptile, and now she's found her way back. And now she's just trying to, like, you know, when you find yourself, you know, have you ever like blacked in a conversation where you got so drunk and then you've kind of sobered up later on in the night that you blacked in, and then all of a sudden you're kind of holding court and loads of people are listening to you and you're like, why am I talking about 9/11 right now? Do you know what I mean? That's the sort of thing that happens here with Prue, where she's like, you know, oh, it's a bit heavy. Oh, it's a bit shite. Oh, the flavour's great. Oh my God, I don't know where I am. She's trying to keep her composure. Peter is told his colour is beautiful and smooth, and then Prue is like tries to grab the cake. She's so high. Hermine, it's a bit messy down the bottom. Oh, pardon. And Prue has a fucking orgasm looking at this cake. Oh, I think she gets a bit of lemon kick, and she says it's delicious. And they say it's a Pruegasm. This is getting too. I'm telling you, it's this. They're riding rings around each other in the Travel Tavern. Laura's heaven cake says the top has let her down. This is the thing she was fiddling away at for ages, all these ribbons. Paul says less is more. The blackcurrant's good, the sponge is dry. A lot of thought went into it, and Laura is happy with that. Hermine says something. She says, Prue, fucking orgasm. I don't know what she said, but she was delighted. Sora is devastated. She is like, just fucking, you know, someone needs to repot this plant. I have not run out of plant things to say because she is fading fast. Star Baker, who's it going to be? Peter's in line. Northern Irish Mark is in line. It's good. Sora's in trouble, but also Lottie's in trouble, and I was freaked at this point. She was the bottom of the technical, and she didn't do too much to impress in the other challenges. It comes to reveal the Star Baker. It's Mark. I know I've been having a go at him. To be honest, the impression of him is so different because at the end of the day, he's quite a nice, reserved, consistent guy. He is not a guy who thinks everything is a pizza when you put tomato sauce on it. He does not think you can put chocolate in a dolphin and make it into a chocolate fountain. I'm doing a version of him that's heightened, like bloody Bo Selecta. People think I'm like Bo Selecta because of my heightened impressions. At the end of the day, he's a nice, consistent guy. And great job, Mark. Well done. And then, who has to go? She gets it. Lee Harvey Oswald, Sora, has been walked out. She's been walked out. And one of the producers, pop. The plant, the patsy, has been killed. I'm sad to see Sora go. In all seriousness, I know I've been doing this plant bit and it's really worn out at this stage. But I thought she was great. She was top drawer banter. I'm very sad to see her go. And I'm delighted for lovely Mark to get her. He's crying. He says consistency pays off. And then he says he says, et Beckers. There's et Beckers. And I'm not having to go with the accent, but I thought the final et Beckers. Great job, Mark. Look, a weird episode. I'm in a bit of a funky mood as well. But it was fun. But now it's getting down to crunch time. Next week looks like there's all a little crazy patisserie and things are flaking away. Very exciting. Hopefully we see a lot of disasters because, to be perfectly honest, I need a fucking Raoul in this season. I need something that's going to shake it up because, you know what, at the moment I'm having to make up that people are interdimensional reptiles just to stay interested, to be perfectly honest. But I'm not going to stop. I am here for you. And if you want more from me, you can listen to my Tuesday podcast, Tony Cantwell's Hit Show. And if you like what you're seeing here, and you would like to support this and me making things, you can do so over on the Patreon. I got a Patreon. And for the price of a pint a month, you can support me to do this and also get a free bonus podcast every single Friday. I would like to thank the podcast studios for letting me do this here. You're all sound. Thank you very much, Al. I would like to thank Cian Conde. Finally, he's been doing the theme song all these weeks for doing this unreal theme song that's been playing. And of course, you, Jordan, you beautiful bastard, for staying up late and allowing me and for letting me do multiple takes. You know, sometimes I do this about 20 times and Jordan has animated it all and then I've just scrapped it. Maybe you should look ahead. Maybe you should actually see the video before you just start going blindly. But anyway, Jordan, I love you so much and thank you very much for watching. I love you dearly. See you next week.